A very minty fuck! Why am I doing this? I hate Christmas specials, and everyone says I'm too negative or I'm doing it for the clicks whenever I do one.
And that's what I love about Christmas. Hard to believe that it's almost here.
Ugh. How are they surprised it's almost here? It's only September and Tesco's already has their Christmas stuff out.
Snowflakes in a swirl, every boy and every girl bundled up in red and green. Tinsel on the tree, every year we all agree it's the grandest one we've seen.
Vauxhalls, Peugeots, Fiats too, all of them full of Christmas shit. They actually reuse footage from previous episodes to make this part. Well, the song eventually stops, and we get a whole lot of nothing. No, seriously, we get nothing. These ponies are making a candy cane, and these ones are making a snow person. I wouldn't really call either of those must-have elements of the story. The first thing I would call story essential is we get introduced to Minty, who the episode is named after. Personality-wise, she seems to be a mix of OCD and clumsy.
Oh, maybe this head was a smidge to the left? No. Maybe a scooch to the right.
We then go to the centre of Ponyville, where Pinkie Pie, in a moment of sobriety, tells us they put a candy cane on top of this purple tree to get Santa to come. Reading a la G3. And then the Pegasus put the candy cane on top of the tree. If it seems like I'm rushing, well, I need to condense a 40-minute episode into 10, but also, most of this is just filler. They use phrases like extra special and tippy top that just seem to make the explanation longer. Sure, you can say it makes the whole thing cuter, but then there's Thistle Whistle worrying about clouds as well as Sunny Days and Minty talking about socks that just makes me want to yell, "Get on with it!" Like that bit in Monty Python.
Wow, I'm so excited!
Is that them doing burnouts? Once they're all gone, Minty looks at the candy cane at the top of the tree.
Perfect! Oh, maybe it needs to be a smidge to the left.
She's going to destroy the candy cane.
And it'll be...
I knew it.
Hey, Minty! Excited about Christmas?
Sure, yeah, of course. Isn't everyone...
You know what I've just realised? Sparkleworks, Patch and Scootaloo all have the same coat and hair colours, as well as Patch and Sparkleworks both being voiced by Venus Terzo. Do you think they're like a family tree? That night, Minty is worried about what'll happen when they find out that she broke the candy cane. How have they not seen it already? I mean, it's not in someone's house, it's out in the open where they can all see it. So, how have none of them noticed that the candy cane is missing or smashed in the street? Minty decides that she'll be Santa this year. She decides to give all her friends socks. How long do socks last on ponies? They don't wear shoes, so between their hooves and the road they must wear through in no time.
They always come in handy. And nothing says Christmas like a pair of socks.
Welcome to Derpy Buru! But how does she know, say, Rainbow Dash doesn't prefer tights? She goes through Ponyville, putting socks on all the fireplaces. Although, what are those brushes for? When she leaves a sock at Pinkie Pie's house, she's caught in the act and has to explain herself.
Broken?
You broke Santa?
I think this is going to be the closest we see to one of these ponies angry.
Oh, Minty! Whoa, Minty!
Although, the reason they have Christmas is rather shallow. I mean, I've not seen any of Friendship is Magic's Christmas episodes since A Heartwarming Tale, but they do have a backstory to the holiday. I think it's when Pegasus, Earth Ponies and Unicorns all learn to get along. And something involving friendship. But this... it just seems to be they get presents, so Christmas! It seems more like the Who's in Whoville than Tim Allen in the Santa Claus. Pinkie sends Minty to the North Pole to see about getting Santa to arrive in Ponyville. So she hops in a balloon and...
Oh no!
Why do they use a mode of transport not known for being steerable? All the other ponies see the tree, and I don't need to tell you what happens because they repeat themselves.
First, we need to go rescue Minty.
Rescue her?
And she's flying a balloon.
Minty?
Out there?
In a balloon?
And Thistle Whistle went out in these clouds to find her.
Thistle Whistle? Out in these clouds?
Padding, padding, padding. Padding, padding, padding. Padding, padding, padding. They decide to go save Minty and Thistle Whistle just as Minty arrives at the North Pole. And then flies away. Fuck, I was hoping that was the end. Minty loses control of the balloon, and Thistle Whistle has to fly through clouds. Has she got a fear of clouds? When they meet, they share a kiss, which begins a beautiful romance. And an ugly divorce. Thistle Whistle leads the balloon through the clouds. They get snagged in a tree just as the other ponies arrive. I can't tell if that's irony or bad writing. The pair of them are saved, but they lose the balloon. And then they head back to the North Pole.
It says, sorry I missed you. Gone giving. Be back in the morning. Merry Christmas. Santa's gone.
They are going to forgive her, aren't they? It's official. Minty is G3 Starlight Glimmer. They all start glowing. And then the socks start glowing. Then the castle starts glowing. And more of them are glowing. And the glowing is glowing with the glowing and glowing. Then the glowing stops and they all head back to Ponyville. Wait, didn't they lose that balloon in a river? And is "consider it done" Starcatcher's catchphrase? They return to Ponyville and find the tree is fixed. And all the socks Minty gave the other ponies are on the tree. They find things inside the socks, meaning Santa has been.
Maybe it's not the glow of a special candy cane that brings Santa to Ponyville every year, but the glow of everyone's love and concern for each other. After all, isn't that the true meaning of Christmas?
Shut up, Starcatcher. Why are Christmas specials so shit? Oh right, because people will like them regardless. They say true meaning, but the whole episode is about getting things from Santa. You may call it cynical, but isn't that what Christmas is all about these days? Getting things. Sure, charities get more donations come November-December time, but places like Amazon also report record sales at that time of year as well. And let's not forget retailers like Toys R Us closed down at the start of the year due to poor holiday sales. Then there's Black Friday, where people are murdered for half-price blenders. Then there's the environmental impact of all the wrapping and packaging that gets thrown out. Not to mention the food waste. Of course, no one's grateful. They whinge that everyone is conspiring to ruin their Christmas because the latest Disney princess toy has sold out. Or in my case, they complain that they were expecting a package the day before. In the end, half of it goes on eBay as unwanted gift, making me wonder what all the fuss was about. So really, I can't watch a Christmas special and not think about all the shit things about humanity. We pretend it's about our virtues, but when you boil it down to how people act, it's more about our vices. But of course, complaining about it will change nothing. We all eat our turkey, open our presents, and watch the latest batch of poorly made Christmas specials until we all die.